Hey folks, a mild day across the valley with temperatures up into the 80s for a while. Back in the 70s now in most locations, 80 still Rio Grande City. You can kind of see out here to the west of the valley, the shades turn over to a green. That's where the slightly cooler temperatures are that will sneak through the valley late tonight, early tomorrow, but it's a slow process. Dew points now are back up into the upper 60s and low 70s. We'll put the average of 70 on the muggy meter, so we're getting up here into the very humid category. Step outside and you could feel that in a hurry. Not quite summer levels when dew points are up in the mid 70s, but we're getting closer every day. High temperatures tomorrow should be cooler. You see these green colors kind of infiltrating the valley as the slightly cooler weather builds in behind this next front. And don't get too excited about this front. It's not a big deal. The average high this time of year is 71. We'll still be above that tomorrow at 73, but still that's about 10 degrees cooler than it was this afternoon. Back to 78 on Thursday and back in the 80s by the time you get to Friday. Future track continues to keep clouds in all night long, and there's that front just lurking to the west. It sneaks through late night, early tomorrow. Could trigger a shower or two as it moves through the valley, and then behind it we got one more shot at some rain about 3 o'clock in the morning. It looks like Wednesday night, Thursday morning, as one last piece of energy moves across in the upper atmosphere. That could trigger some green stuff out here. Some of the models indicate there could even be an embedded thunderstorm within that. And then as Thursday goes on, that moves offshore, sun comes back out, and by Thursday afternoon we end up with partly to mostly sunny skies again. It's temporary though, because look at the moisture coming back in on Friday. We may go partly to mostly cloudy on Friday. Could be an isolated shower, although we've got a dry forecast right now. We could put about a 10% chance in. Best chance those tomorrow into tomorrow night and early Thursday, and then it tapers off after that. Thursday afternoon should be dry. Quick check of the temperatures around Texas, and you can tell that front sitting right down in through here. Laredo's only 64, while we were in the 80s earlier, back to 79 now. So the front sitting basically right on top of Falcon Lake, and that front will just kind of slowly work its way through the valley late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and that slightly cooler air will build in. The front never really moves away. It kind of hangs out right along the coast until about midday Thursday. So that's why we keep the clouds around, keep the chance for a shower around. But by Thursday afternoon, it finally begins to move away. Drier air comes in for a day, but then the clouds come back Friday. I think Saturday ends up being a very warm day. And then the next front, kind of a combination of this one and this one, comes through early Sunday, cooling things off a little, but not dramatically so. But I think with that one, we're going to see a pretty strong wind behind that next front on Saturday night and Sunday. If you're headed to our coast in the morning, temperatures there still mild, 74 to start the day. Southerly winds early. By lunchtime, winds are still out of the south, the southeast, but then in the afternoon, winds turn around and come from the north as that front pushes on through, and temperatures go a little cooler into the 60s. Moderate UV index. The tides, there are 3. The lows at 2:06 a.m., then a high at 7:15 a.m., and then a low during the lunch hour tomorrow. Seas 1 to 3 feet with a light chop. The bay temperature right now at 69 degrees. So for tonight, can't rule out a shower in a few spots. A low of about 66 as that front works its way into the area. A lot of clouds. Tomorrow, still a lot of clouds again. A shower possible. We're going for an average high of 73. If you're near the coast, you may be warmer than that because the front may not come in until after the sun comes up. So you might warm up a little and then cool back off. By afternoon, winds are out of the west at about 6 to 12. So 73, we bounce back to 78 on Thursday. Back in the 80s on Friday. Look at Saturday, almost 90. 88 for a high on Saturday. It gets windy on Sunday. Next front comes in, so it's a strong northerly wind, about 76 for the high. We hold at that on Monday, and by Tuesday, back up to the 80s once again. So best chance for a shower tomorrow into tomorrow night. That is your updated First Warn 5 forecast.
Thanks, Tim.